AITA for telling my dad that my mom isn't his business anymore. Throwaway and fake names. My 17 meters parents divorced when I was born. I never got the full story from either of them, but my aunt told me it was because my dad missed my birth because of his ex-GF Mia, who is still in his life. Mia is a spoiled, annoying woman who's unbearable when my father isn't paying attention to her. They aren't dating again but have been best friends since childhood, so they're still close. Recently my mom has had more free time because she started going on dates. She asked my dad if I could stay with him on one of her days, and when he came to pick me up he saw that she was all dressed up. He asked me where she was going and I told him the truth. He got upset and started asking me more questions, and I got frustrated and told him, "What mom does isn't your business anymore. She's not your wife." He got quiet, and when we went home he didn't speak to me and just went to sleep, and when Mia came over the next morning he didn't speak to her either, and I don't think he's spoken to her since. I think he told my aunt what happened, and then she told my mom because they've both been saying what I said was harsh. I mean, I just told him the truth. They've been divorced for years now. AITA? Harsh? Hardly. After 17 years apart, your father has zero right to question what your mother is doing. It's 17 years told too late. NTA. Your dad is pestering you over mom's love life matters that should not be his concern. Your dad must still harbor feelings for her. Thinking face. NTA. It's not too harsh. And even if your mom is okay with him having more info, it's not your job to be the middleman. NTA. He lost all rights after the divorce. Missed his own son's birth due to some other woman? Definitely needs to stay silent. Cheers Kiki for spotting my own error. NTA. In dad's mind mom would be celibate and single all her life because that's what he was comfortable with. Now he's realized he isn't the center of the universe. It's a sobering reality for him. Only took 17 years. NTA. Like, what did he expect? For his ex-wife to remain single forevermore? Sorry, not sorry to your dad, but he ain't that special to your mom anymore, and should be grown up enough to know better than to involve his son in the matter. NTA. I've been through something similar. And I was way harsher with my birth mother when she questioned me about dad's whereabouts. NTA. And good for you. That was a very adult reaction in my opinion, and the correct one as well. He hasn't been with her for 17 years. He has no right to ask her no about your mom's life. NTA. And excellent of you to protect your mom's privacy. You're awesome. NTA. The fact that he STF you after you dropped him a truth bomb was probably a good thing. Will give him plenty of things to think about, like, does he realize he was the AH? NTA. You were right. And your dad has a fragile ego. He probably saw her not dating much until now as her not being able to move on, and when he found out she was, it crushed his ego. So he takes it out on the messenger and the person he knows he should feel guilty about. So he recognized A. his loss, and B. his culpability, but not until you hit him in the face with it. It's one thing for him to ask out of curiosity. That would be normal. But the reaction to the fact that she was dating, that's the tell. He'll get over it. Or he won't. Not really your problem, since you're old enough to decide how much you want to interact with him on his time. Good luck. NTA. They just don't like it when a kid says it. It's the truth though. Bear in mind many women have been raised from the cradle to avoid upsetting men, which may explain your mom and aunt's reaction. Also sounds like your dad is having thoughts that never occurred to him before, but should have. He really thought your mother would stay alone in his stable for rejected mares for the rest of her life. Lol. My nosy self is curious if your dad dates? Does his friendship with Mia prevent him from having romantic relationships? I know it's not my business, but I'm just wondering what that is like. You are NTA Possum. You just told a fully grown man that someone he used to see as his isn't his at all, and it's got him right in the feels. Good for you for standing up for your mom ex. NTA. My ex-husband would constantly attempt to talk to our son about me during their phone calls. Son's therapist taught son to say, "Dad, we aren't going to talk about mom. You have called to talk about me. Do not talk to me about adult issues. If you continue, this conversation is over." NTA, it was the truth. NTA, even if it was harsh. Sometimes harsh is needed. You told him what he needed to hear. NTA, you are the voice of reason. You have your mom's back too. Your dad needs therapy. It's weird. NTA. Harsh? Yes. Necessary? Also yes. NTA. Weird your mom isn't on your side. Don't let your parents put you between them. You are definitely not the AH. What you said was completely true. Does he think that she is just supposed to sit around and pine for him for the rest of her life? It's been 17 frigging years, for God's sake.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. AmITheAsshole is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.